live? Yeah, live. Okay, cool. Hello. It's not going to be factions today. I'm coming through. Yeah, perfect. Not going to be factions today. Today, I'm going to show off some new content for Flan's mod, which is a bit different. There hasn't been any new content for Flan's mod, or official content, for quite a while. Obviously, people have been making more content packs, but yeah, it's been a while since there's been a proper big update. And this one, in particular, is taking off where the Apocalypse left off. Basically, it's Apocalypse not 2.0, but like redone and improved upon. So it's the same dimension. You get there by the same rules, but either with the old Apocalypse, it's this dimension in Flan's mod. It's all sort of an apocalyptic wasteland. Everything's dead. You get there by creating an AI mecha, which then turns on you and drops nukes all over your world. It's okay, your world doesn't actually get blown up, because the way out of the apocalypse is to go and find a time machine and come back. So it means you get two separate parallel worlds. The idea is that they are different points in time in the same world. You just use your imagination. It's like a very quick, cut down, snappy version of a bit of Terminator. There's some other sort of influences in there. Yeah, sort of bit of 80s sci-fi nonsense going on. So, that's the general idea of how you get in, and you use a time machine to get back. What I have added now is, in the overworld, there are extra spawners, so you can get in through a time machine in the first place, just so you don't have to go through the painstaking process of making that mecha. So it's just slightly easier to get in if you're not so sort of clued up on making mechas and don't have the materials or whatever. But yeah, I was just going to go in and show some stuff that I've added to the dimension today. Yeah, I think I'll start off with some other features. If I just full screen. Yeah, there we go. Cool. I've got a world. Hold on. I made a world ahead of time, which is it's ready to go and do the boss fight. However, I forgot that before this I need to restore my backup, because I've gone through the gameplay and broken the world. So if I just call that just copy that. Does that work? Test 1. Yeah. Okay. So I've got a save game ready, so we can show off some of the new stuff that's going on. Here we go. Now I wanted to use the buggy, but I've noticed that there's a bug with the buggy. Their fuel runs out very, very quickly because they can't take from the fuel can fast enough. I'll be looking into that. I'll just take it for a quick spin in the driver's seat. So you may recognise the Apocalypse if you've been here before, or if you've seen some of the very old YouTube videos on my channel detailing it. So it's this sandy wasteland. It's mostly sort of the same. There's these sulphur pits you get every now and then, and there's quite a few structures that. So basically, regular loot like trees and saplings, farms, crops, all that sort of stuff is very hard to get. Food is very hard to get. You won't find cows and sheep here. So when you arrive here, you're a bit sort of stuck for survival. But what you do have as the sort of payoff for that is a lot of ores. You may have seen as we were going through that valley. I'm just going to go back because I want to use the helicopter. It's okay. I want to use the helicopter. But yeah, you'll see there's like a lot of iron up there. You might even see diamonds, because the ore generation is also inverted, so you get diamonds higher up and gold higher up, whereas you get iron. Ooh, caught my wheel there. There we go. So that's the general idea behind the Apocalypse. It's this wasteland, so lots of metals and resources, but not a lot of food, not a lot of stuff to keep you alive. So it's a different experience. It can be you could play it as your world, as in you could just start here if you had a server set up running this. But the general idea is that you should blow up your world and then come over here, survive to the point at which you can get back in time, and then you've got this established time travelling connection between the two. That is the general idea, and you may have seen this before. So, what I will sort of show off, I've kind of been showing it off a bit of it already, is some of the new generation features we've got. So, I've been adding these roads, and these roads are all sort of very fixed. You can tell how the pattern goes. Basically, there's a road that goes along the x-axis, there's a road that goes along the z-axis, so a north-south road, an east-west road, and then there are these sort of ring roads, and they follow around in these circles around spawn. Not, I say spawn, I mean 0-0, really. These roads spawn about every 600 blocks. It's not yet configurable, but I could make it that way. It wouldn't be too much effort to set that. Obviously, you don't want to tweak that like after you've started your apocalypse exploration, because your new and old chunks won't match up. You'll have these roads that come out of nowhere or just abruptly end. So I just wanted to show you the next ring. I might actually be a bit too far. It's sort of 600-ish blocks. I can show you a bit more of the terrain while I'm here. So it's quite samey. So the idea is that it's a very flat world. You're supposed to be using vehicles to travel around here. So cars to get across the sort of flat valleys quite quickly, and helicopters and planes to fly through the valleys. I'm just going to show you this because I've just spotted this guy down here. So there's a couple of other little bits of loot you'll find around. Generally, there's a lot of loot that's supposed to get you lots of guns and ammo really quickly. So this guy, I just right-click him, and he gives me this gun. Thank you. So you'll generally get some sort of gun. I think it's completely random throughout the mod. So you can get, depending on which content packs you've got installed, you could get a World War II gun, you could get a modern gun. Depends what you've got in. You can get it painted any colour, and you can get any random type of ammo in it. So I think it's just going to be a regular clip. Yeah, oh, it's giving me some M9 ammo because that matches. All pistols sort of generally go together. So yeah, there's this guy. There's airstrips. There's dye factories. Oh, is that the next road? I think it is. You've got dye factories to get dyes and wools, so you can make. I think so. You can make gun boxes and you can do paint jobs. Yeah, it's something you wouldn't be able to get otherwise. Not every single resource is available, so you will want to, if you want to properly survive here and have access to everything, you will need to get that time machine link and connect to the overworld. So yeah, we found the second road. You'll see that he's going on around. This is a very cool one. It just cuts just through the end there. You will have a little bit of an issue with sand at the edges. Not sure about a way to fix that yet. I will keep thinking about that, see if we can get something, but I quite like that there's just a little bit of sand that you have to clear or drive around. It gives it a few more obstacles. And you may have seen at some point, when it goes over the pits, you get these big arches. So the road looks like it's meant to be there, is the idea. And we've got more sulfur bits down here. Sulfur bits are very useful for getting quick access to gunpowder. 1 sand and 1 sulfur makes a gunpowder, so you can see how you could just scoop all that up very, very quickly to get yourself provided for. There, that obsidian structure, that is one of the unfinished portals. Yes, you can see, I may have lied a bit, there are crops here. Those crops aren't meant to be there. That is some issue with the village generation. It is using the original vanilla overworld generation rather than the modified one where it's supposed to do the ruined version of the village. So that's a little bit unfortunate. That is something that we fixed. This is slightly weird. So as you can see here, we have a plane hangar. Not sure why it's put those in a different order, so the plane's at the back. But as you can see, whenever you find a chest in this world, you'll find a lot of loot. Lots of things for Flan's mod, and gun boxes, crafting tables, all that good stuff. You do occasionally get some little dead trees every now and then, so that's very, very handy. So yeah, that's the basic idea. It's a very desolate world. There is something I probably won't be able to find today unless we go for a sort of a bit of a longer exploration. There is a research lab with an entrance on the tops of mountains that has lots of mechas in it that defend it, and it has the time portal in it. So that used to be the only way to get a time portal. Now you can find them just scattered around and broken. So you've got multiple ways of getting out. It's not as tricky as it was. You don't have to beat the entire dungeon just to get back to your home world. So I am following this road at the moment because I have. I know what's going to be there. I was going to say I have an inkling or an intuition, but no, it's definitely there. I'm just going to pull up for a second so I can just make sure I've posted on Discord. Just a second. Oh wow, there's a large plane. I have forgotten what that's called. So the planes you'll find on abandoned runways are generally they're a bit more they're a bit bashed up sometimes. So you may have to repair it a little bit, but that's fair enough. Really, you're getting a whole vehicle out of it. Aha! Here we are. Now this is a bit new, a bit odd. So you can tell where those two roads cross. That is 0, 0. That's the centre of the world. It's a bit like the end and the Ender Dragon fight. There is always this structure at the centre of the world. It's a sort of bedrock volcano with a split down the middle. And obviously there's this lava pouring out down the middle, which will cause quite a bit of a mess. I'm going to land, and I'm actually going to fly by Elytra because I'm by myself. If I had someone else with me, say in the nose cone of this helicopter, what I could do is have them hop out on the various pinnacles for this next bit, but I don't think I'm up to the task while keeping my helicopter intact. So I won't be doing that. I'll be flying the vanilla way for today. So this right here is the abandoned time portal. It is unfinished. You'll generally get 1 power cube. You may get 1, you may get 0 in each of these, and just some other loot. So I'll place that there. I'm actually in creative mode, so I can do this. Just place another one. That will take me to a similar sort of position on the overworld. I won't go now because, as you can see, my inventory is pretty stacked. I am ready to show you something cool. So the Elytra up there. I've got more of these power cubes. I actually have a ton of power cubes. So, right, I'm going to attempt this in game mode, in survival mode. We shall see how well that goes. I've got myself an M14. I've got some splash regeneration and healing for myself. I've got golden apples, enchanted golden apples. The plan with this boss fight has been to make something that's really tough. It's supposed to challenge a team of like maybe two to four people with sort of stacked armor and some decent Flan's mod weapons. So I really am trying to make a quite tough top tier boss fight. Should be harder than the Wither, should be harder than the Ender Dragon. That's the general idea. So with that said, let's go and activate it. Now, the way you do that is based on these pillars here. I've not ended up at the top. I'll just get myself some blocks. Okay. So you have to go to the top of each pillar. How you do that is up to you. And place a power cube. These power cubes you can find in the chests. You can steal them from there. The other way of getting them is crafting them from an end crystal. I might actually just try walking over this one. Yeah, an end crystal surrounded by obsidian. So basically, ghast tier surrounded by glass, then surrounded by obsidian. So it's tough to grind them off the boss fight. You will need to find some way to get lots and lots of ghast tiers. Okay, I'm just gonna try a rocket over to this one. Oh, these rockets go so far. Do this. I spawned myself in with flight duration 3 rockets, but I'm not used to playing with flight duration 3 rockets, so that's why you're witnessing this this mess going on at the moment. Right, put that down there. I just glide. That was pretty good actually. So when I place this last power cube, the fight will begin. So I'm probably just going to elytra away to my helicopter, sort of hide in there for a bit. So off we go. Oh, what's going on there? Sorry about that. I'm playing from the debugger because I have just been working on this today, so I had done a build and finished it off. So yeah, no, I had a breakpoint left over. So yes, there was a point when so in case anyone doesn't know, there was a sort of a catch in the code that said if you hit this point, then pause the game and take a look at what's going on. So I'd left one of those in, which is why as soon as Nukranium appeared, we stopped. So that shouldn't happen again, hopefully. Just triple that there. Right, let's begin. We should have sound effects. I'm not sure you can hear them over the oh, here we go. So he's got a couple of attacks. Oh, here he goes. He can shoot TNT at you. He can explode the general area, and he can spawn the bone drones. These guys. I don't reckon you can hit themselves. I can. Now the bone drones pick. Oh! I believe I just crashed my helicopter. Ooh, that was not good. Should have looked where I was going, really. Come on, please. I need a gunner in my front seat. Let's take it off. Oh! Uh-oh. Okay. I have keep inventory on because of exactly this. Don't particularly. Alright, that's those ones dealt with. So yeah, I've got keep inventory on. I'm cheating a little bit because I don't particularly want to just have a horrible time and have to keep going and getting my stuff back. That's not going to make a fun video. Well, I'm sure if people want to see me suffer at the hands of Nukranium in pure survival, I can probably oblige. Probably shouldn't have got that close. He does explode around if you get too close, so you can't generally melee him. Everything's ranged. And there we go. Nukranium defeated. I just need to check. That was easy mode. The health scales 2 times and 4 times, depending on your difficulty. Ow. Hello. What have you got? So each of these bone drones, spawned by Nukranium, has a different gun, and it can be any gun from Flan's mod. I've seen one of them with a flare gun at some point, which didn't go so well for them. Ow! Ooh, that one had a shotgun of some sorts. And I am also poisoned, which is lovely. I wonder if shotguns are overpowered in Flan's mod. Maybe. Hey Jojo Han. That's Nukranium, the new boss, which is work in progress. Coming soon to an apocalypse near you. Did I turn my difficulty up to hard? Yeah. It should be a lot tougher now. So I just... You know what, I could just go into creative while I do this. Or I could add more of these walkways. That might be a more sort of sustainable idea if I want to do a couple of these playthroughs. So, Nukranium on hard difficulty, which is what we will have on the official Flan's Mod faction server, will be much, much tougher to beat. Okay, just that one to go. Okay, we're ready for round 2. I might just pre-eat a golden apple, just to be sure. Right. Get some distance. Those TNTs that it throws are not regular TNTs. I should probably get out of that sort of death spiral. The TNTs are not regular TNTs, they don't fall with gravity, they are fired directly at you and will hit you if you sit still, no matter where you are. If you have line of sight, I might try going from the ground for a bit, see if that works any better. Ow. These shotguns are wrecking me. They're just ripping through these. Oh. Like I said, if you stay still, the TNTs will hit you. Right, let's just land somewhere here. Yep, there's my crater. They are thrown with the exact amount of force to hit you. Oh! I didn't even see that. Oh! They dropped it. So they were using a Vickers KG. That's a deployable gun. I feel like they shouldn't be allowed to use that. No, it's got no ammo here. Classic. Alright, that's that sorted. That's interesting. Wow, some of these Flan's Mod guns are pretty overpowered. What are they using? I just need to check this out. So obviously this hasn't been properly balanced yet. This may be a bit tough. I hadn't realised quite how vicious they were. What have you got? What's that? Oh, it's a Vector. A new gun. It fires first. Yeah, I can't take a hit from that. So the Vector is another new gun. This is one of the new guns that's being added at the moment. So I think it might not be balanced properly yet. Oh, I nearly hit that. Oh my goodness. Being taken up by one bone drone. Excuse me. Nobody saw that. There's the access road. Was it this way? No, it's the other way. I thought notch chapels were supposed to be good. They're just being torn through. You'll notice I kind of ended up spawned a bit further away that time. The spawn rules in the Apocalypse are that you spawn vaguely near your death position, rather than at a global spawn point, because no, there is no global spawn point. You enter the dimension where you came in from the overworld. Okay, I think I'm seeing a bug here. It's that the bone drones, when they are really far away from you, which is not where they end up, they're a lot more accurate. Hey, you good there? What have you brought to the fight? Ow. Gosh, they're vicious with these rifles, aren't they? I've also done... Oh no, okay. I thought it had no damage at all to Nukranium, it's just a long way away. So, hand loaded. Ow, yeah. So I just get shot as soon as, yeah. Well, I mean, the idea was that it would be a bit of a match for regular, vanilla tools and weapons and stuff, and I think it's definitely that. Come on, Nukranium. Oh dear. What have you got? You're being annihilated. It's a shame my helicopter died. So, I mean, you clearly need more than one helicopter, or to be a really good pilot if you wanted to avoid losing it. Let's just get away from there. Eat an apple. Nope, not good enough. They might have to have reduced damage or accuracy. Do it. Okay, okay. What? That's interesting. A little bit unfair, I don't know how that happened. So yeah, I think they need their accuracy debuffed. Probably do that right now. If we pause the game. Hey look, the stream just changed into a coding stream. So, what do we mean? Essentially, skull drone. I think basically it just shoots the gun generally in your direction. Actually, I think it might go for exactly you, but it shoots. I think what I was adjusting before was the rate at which it locks onto you, but I guess if it's really far away, then as it moves towards you, it's the same vector the whole time, so it never moves off target. I think I might have to program in some different spread. Or actually, you know what? It just uses the gun. So what I could do is say, rather than just using the gun, instead, when it says do shoot, we take the spread and we multiply it by 5. F. Don't know about grenades, that's probably fine. Let's see if that does anything different. Get it back to Minecraft. That should make them a bit less accurate. Not that time. Maybe it's just the problem with shotguns. Yeah, as soon as that thing reloads, it's just bam, 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 you're dead. Oh wait, you can't. Oops. How do you do this? There we go. Sorry, I just need to get myself some more rockets. Somewhere over here. That's where we need to be. There we go. You really can't miss it once you get close enough. Hold on. Got it. Got up is just white. Oh. That was my bad. That was entirely my bad. Oh, that's a problem. They've shedded through my armour. That's why it's got so bad. So, yeah. I might leave this as an example to all, that hard mode Nukranium is not meant to be taken on by a single person. It will shred through unbreaking 3 diamond armour. Yeah, God apples, notch apples will not save you. Yeah, that's really the sort of summary of the boss fight. We defeated it on easy, wasn't too bad. Hard, completely different problem. So yeah, that's the general gist of it. That was the main thing I planned to show off for this stream. I don't know if anyone's in chat and has any questions about the apocalypse or anything. I might just see if I can go and find a research lab, because that is the way out of the dimension, and it would be good to show one off very briefly. So I'll just head some way out. If I see a plane on the way, I'll pick it up. Yeah. I mean, I guess I wouldn't have an elytra if I just come here. I'd come straight into the apocalypse from having blown everything up. So yeah, this is just a bit of cheating just to get ahead, because I want to do something interesting in the stream. Power cube. Oh, one of the new modifiers. I've been adding some new modifiers recently, because the original modifier set is quite limited. There's not a lot of oh my goodness, is that an A10? There's not that many interesting modifiers out there. What have you got? A 2-pounder. I don't know why you had an I guess, is it an anti-tank gun? But you know, a big gun. You didn't need that. I'm not sure it's worth getting that chest. I would have had a shovel. Let's see what we've got. Oh dear. Fuel cans could be useful. Baked potatoes. Okay, you occasionally get a bit of food. Probably don't need these. AK ammo would be good. I know I'm not really playing this survivally. I know I'm switching game mode all the time. I'm just sort of doing whatever really. So I just grab that, turn it around, get some fuel in it. Now, where is the seat? Okay. Should be good. Oh wow. Whoa. Nice. This will make things a bit quicker. Less flags. Yeah, I mean, this has been the constant problem with Flat One, is there's always lag when you take these planes and start moving at very high velocities, just because of all the chunks that are generating underneath. I imagine if you have a very heavily modded world with a big mod pack and you're flying around like this, you get a lot of lag. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a good look around all the cliff tops as I go. If there's anything that you'd like to see, I mean, in the apocalypse, even if you're watching this on catch-up, I don't know what's it called. The streams are saved on Twitch. You know, if you're watching on catch-up, just come and chat to me in my Discord. Let me know if there's anything you want to see in the apocalypse. You know, sort of traits from old apocalypse movies, or you know, sort of characters you like, or some sort of biomes you'd like, or structures, anything really. Definitely looking to expand the apocalypse experience, get a little bit more interesting content out there, because as you can see, a lot of what I'm seeing on the ground is repeating. It's you know, once you've seen the airstrip, you've seen a lot of them. They've got different planes, they've got different loot, but you kind of know what to expect, which is the same with all random generation in Minecraft. But wait a sec, what was that? No, it's just the end of the cliff. But yeah, some more variant sort of things in here would be good. And yeah, we're looking to get Apocalypse up and running on the faction server before it goes live at the end of the month. So it's going from beta version into live version to released version. So for that we'll have the Nukranium boss running, and there will be some sort of leaderboard mod, so you can basically to encourage factions to compete to be the best at various things, which is the true sort of status symbol on the server. So the idea will be there will be a leaderboard for most Ender Dragon kills, most Nukranium kills, most Wither kills, but also things like most cakes baked as a faction, or most like biggest beacon and that sort of thing. So it will cater to a variety of playstyles, so you can kind of do what you want. Ideally, you would have in your faction, you might have different players who take on different roles to try and get to the top of all of those leaderboards, and then there'll be a top leaderboard which adds up scores from the others. So to really be the best, the number one faction, you need to diversify your skills to really do well at a lot of different things. This is unfortunate. I'm not seeing. Yeah, I'm not really seeing the research labs that I'm looking for. I should have seen one at this point. I've covered quite a lot of ground. Like, they're not supposed to be quite this rare. I mean, no, always with flying over, looking for a piece of random generation, it's all completely random. So it could really take a while. Maybe we'll get one soon. We'll be able to see it because it will be a sort of square sticking out of the top in a slightly different colour. In fact, it's almost the same as one of those, the basis of one of those portal frames. It's the same stone. twice today. Oh, this is going to be good. Here we go. Yes. It's pretty good. Now let's go back to the search. With that, oh wow. That shouldn't happen. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I built the base there. Oh, and they've got a Lancaster bomber. Very nice. Just check my coordinates. Yeah, I'm quite far out. I think there's a... you can't have a laboratory spawning in the sort of very inner bits of the world, but it should be out here. There shouldn't be any villages in there. Ignore them. They should all be dead many, many years ago. Their village should be a ruin. That's the intent. I suppose I could commit a change list instead of killed all the villagers. Oh, come on. I've never had quite this much difficulty in finding one. This is somewhat unfortunate. I'm really hoping I haven't introduced a horrible bug. I should probably check afterwards, just to see if it's actually working at all. This would be good. Lots of tall chunks together. We've got two air bases next to each other. That's pretty lucky. But I mean, you can at least get an idea of how the road's going out here. You see them pretty much everywhere you go, and if you follow them for long enough, you will end up eventually back home at 0-0. Oh dear, this is quite a fast plane, I can't keep this all the way. There we go. Ooh! Well, I blew up the tail and knocked out a power cube. I had an idea. I was wondering if perhaps these were spawning in the same places as the old laboratories, but nope, seems to be the case. I am very confused as to why that's not working. I might just do a quick little change. So if we go to Apocalypse world. Well, chunk provider Apocalypse, I think that's the one. Abandoned portal. And what is it? Hospital roads. Skeleton airport. Oh wow, okay. Well, that would do it. Somebody turn it off. So I've just been flying around looking for the Apocalypse research labs while having turned off the code that spawns them, which is clever. Right, off we go for round 2. I mean, that's bad because that actually made it into the... Oh, I've got no tails, I can't steer. I mean, this is steering for me, right? Hey, I got some steering. Wait. Oh. Creative Elytra is so finicky. Right. There we go. Now we should see one soonish. I knew it was too rare. There we go, there's one straight away. So I've been doing all that flying and there was absolutely no chance of it happening. Lagging a bit. Ooh dear. I might need to do some work on this if it's going to lag this much. Is it just a one-time thing or is it just constant? So... yeah, this isn't stream lagger, this is the game lagging. Something's broken in here, I think, since we have last year. So, you know, I've been showing off the new features. Obviously, the Apocalypse hasn't had any love for a long time, so there are also some issues with the old stuff. It does need some work. It does need looking at. I am really lagging in here. Oh, somebody should. No, this is kind of unplayable. This one's like... I may be being shot at by an invisible mecha, so yeah. Yeah, this isn't really going to work at the moment. I'll have to look at that and can perhaps do like a proper full-on Apocalypse playthrough next time I stream. But in the meantime, I will head back to 00 and hopefully I haven't teleported into Nukranium. Let the lag subside. My computer's not happy about that. I'll have to see what's going on there. Yeah, I got some more work to do on this, which is fine. Time set 2000. And I think we'll say goodbye there. We'll call it quits. We have killed easy Nukranium. We have been beaten by hard Nukranium. Nukranium. And his swarm of bone drones. But yeah, that's a good insight into the new content. Yeah, I think at some point it would be worth doing a full playthrough, just so everyone can sort of have a reference point for how to do the Apocalypse, how to get in, how to beat it, how to get out again, that sort of stuff, and what to expect, that sort of thing. So yeah, it was good fun. I hope you like the new content. I hope you get to have a go with it soon. I hope some of the bugs are fixed before you do get out to have a go, which they will be. Yeah, I'm working on this Mondays and Tuesdays, so it should be pretty good. Yeah, that's it from me. I'm going to end the stream there, so just minimize that. Yeah, it was good. Right, see ya.